right in the heart with a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on me. Don't wipe these feet when they enter the lab. I feel a full stare. Think I ain't looking. Maybe cause I'm focused. No hands out for the hopeless. Funny bullets, I caught them shots. Another piece of the puzzle connecting dots. You can find the truth of laughter and liquor. One more shot to an empty bottle. Then she gon' walk in like a model for me. Like I don't see her intentions all in my scope. At a time we were just friends with advice to land. Not special, I was dead broke, but we still got hope. Don't put my words, just pack the issue that raw dough. Just pack the issue that raw dough. Pack the issue that raw dough. To the people that listen to my people, they know that I do care. With their hands in the air, rocking side to side. Now my work, yeah, it's time to ride. Where my niggas at? My niggas ain't my niggas no more. Push me to the back, label to change up his swag. I do it for us, I'm pro-black. Don't rock it the sheet get, wouldn't be so all type of African shit. Just rock a table fade, swag and tell me. Polo collars and fly kicks. Just polo collars and fly kicks. Exclusive shit, not get wig. Keep it coming, just don't stop. The revolution starts with shots.
I'm respectful to my people, and I want to represent my people, and I don't want to be a bad representative. I can't be blind, make the blind lead the blind, they all follow you.
Now my mama said, baby, act like you got sense. They act like I only act right for Lent. Been living in purgatory, but I'm nosing for heaven. Not sure if I'm getting in, cause I ain't paid a reference. Who looking at me when I ain't looking, judging my character? I can't put down my guard on this planet, packing the camera. Ready for my close-up, the lens gets bigger. Won't play me on BET, cause I am not a nigga. My heart is like a powder keg, ready to explode. Smell like strange food, cause I'm America's cologne. It started with the hello, think you're a nice fellow. You're ballin' like Carmelo, you treat you like a fellow. L.A.R. be the star, turn a rapper to a prophet. Bulletproof 306, keep your hands in your pocket. Jordan rules for my life, you contain them, can't stop them. I'm niggas sky high, so the clouds can't drop them. My life is like a miracle, my words are just imperial. I'm edible, I'm audible, I'm digital, I'm visual. Spit like Komodo, go like Bruce Lee, Roy beating the mean as bad as mofo in the dojo. Life is so amazing and raps like Jesus. They said hip hop is dead, but today look like Easter.
Now I wake up in the morning, I'm black and handsome as ever. However, you see me as strange fruit, will it ever happen, not again. A crook and just a homicide, he know it's self-defense. But since I'm black and since he white, he got no common sense. That's 1969, and he ain't Jesus Christ. He ain't coming back on Easter, he ain't got a second life. You know I'm right? Hold up, look. Now the sirens in my window here, pull it over. License and registration, gun ain't never in the holster. Plus, that man black too, he wanna act too. A nigga with an attitude and a badge too. A couple tattoos, hoping I act a fool so he can squeeze too. But it ain't nothing different, they the same thing. They pull him over, he gon' get the same thing. Maybe 2 up in his brain, 21 gun salute. Last words was I'm a copy, last heard fuck you. And he ain't coming back. You know I'm black like Jesus, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Y'all say goodbye, everybody cry. Second line, but when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Everybody cry, y'all say goodbye. Second line, but when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone. Unless you want welfare. Lost here, daddy can't live there, so we ain't there. And life ain't fair, but the food free and the rent cheap. His roaches where you sleep. He still came around and taught you baseball. Bought a Barbie doll, he raised all of y'all. And now the kids adults, they both up in the court. She want that child support, he on that child support. But he ain't never taught him baseball, and she ain't never bought him Barbie dolls. They both never there, no, never, not at all. Saying, well, pull your pants up, go while your ass out. They looking back saying, why, y'all ain't ever in the house? You got it backwards, don't you? I'm saying, cause we still preaching unity, and it's supposed to be family first in community. Got it in church to $1 for your blessing. We made in God's image, thinking we're saints mind. They got us crossed up, now Judas is Caesar. America bury me, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Yeah, they know I'm black like Jesus, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Y'all say goodbye, everybody cry. Second line, but when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, right? Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. So I got to talk about this just because it's annoying to me. You know what I'm saying? And the issue becomes at the end of the day, people are guilty because of social media. Now, everybody can see what's going on with this issue with Diddy. For me, it's like, okay, I've seen this with R. Kelly. I've seen this with Bill Cosby. I've seen it back in the day with Mike Tyson, but there was no social media then. And what you got, same thing with the Me Too movement, right? Because it's just an extension of it where, somebody got in trouble because somebody said so. And a bunch of people on social media go, yeah, I know they did it. I know they did this. And it's like, okay, so now they're guilty because of public opinion. And because of public opinion, people say this person's a bad person. They did some bad things. And I'm not excusing that people do bad things, but I look at it kind of like with a side eye, because what I see is somebody who's questionable getting thrown under the bus by other questionable people that was with them. And I'm like, okay, so I'm supposed to believe this person is the Antichrist, but you, the people that was hanging with him and participating with this behavior, you're Jesus. So, this person's a liar, but you're telling the truth because you're mad that you and this person hurt you one day, after umpteen times of dealing with their shenanigans. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got issues now. And then you got people who don't know people, like people who never met people, who go, yeah, you know what? I heard a story that one day they did this, that, and the third, so they got to be guilty. So you don't even know if what you're saying is true, do you? Yeah, but I heard, I don't like the witty look. I don't like the beady little eyes. So they got to be guilty of something. And how many times do we have to see this play out? And for me, I'm not, I'm more so like, listen, let's see when this stuff goes to trial. Let's see when these people are in court and some evidence comes out. Because, we raided his house for what? What is that? Homeland Security did a raid and said we found something. It's like, but what are you looking for though? Like honestly, what are you looking for? This dude was having sex with people. He's a rich guy who was fucking. That's what he was doing. He was throwing parties and fucking people. It's like, so when did parties and sex become a crime? I just want to know. Because, this is where, people play this person is a sex trafficker, they're trafficking. It's like, no. So when you go out to party and somebody say, think about it. If a guy say, hey, won't you come with me and come out and party sometime? Like hang out with me. And you go, yeah, I'm a party. Yeah, I'm gonna come with you. I'm gonna hang out. And y'all go and y'all have a night on the town. And at the end of the night, y'all wind up having sex together. And then, years later, oh, he trifling. Oh man, he brought me out. He took me somewhere, and He bought me some scampi and lobster, and we had some breadsticks, and and then he wound up we wound up having sex in the hotel, but I didn't really want to. I didn't really want to. It was just, it was the moment, and I think he's evil now because what? Because what? I want to know. What's the real reason that he's evil now? Well, it's because I just don't like him. Okay. All right. All right. So let me ask you a question. How many people did you party with all these years? I partied with a lot of people. Okay, you partied with a lot of people. A lot of people decided to take you out, right? Yeah, they took me out. They did. Yeah, we went out plenty of places. Okay. All right, y'all went out. Good, 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 good. Did you have sex with any of these people? Yeah. Okay. So was it consensual? Yeah. So, but this person, it was consensual too? Yeah, but after the fact, I don't think it was consensual. I was on that Patron. I was on that Don Julio. I was off on the Hennessy. Oh, I had popped the ecstasy. I was smoking weed, and I just now, I just don't feel it. And I'm sitting there like, bro, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. Because, think about it. You got one person who came out and said, "Oh, he passed me around and he had sex with me and he had prostitutes had sex with me." I was like, "Okay, interesting." And you was there that whole time. And you left this guy, right? Yeah, for another guy that the guy that you was with employed. Oh yeah, yeah, I did that. Okay. And he's an evil guy. I'm like, okay, wait. All these other people, man, he doing trifling stuff, man. He out here doing this and that. I was with him. I was with him when he was doing this at this party. I was with him when he was doing that. I was with him when he was drugging people. I was with him when he was doing. How often did he do this? Oh, he did it all the time. And how long were you with him? I was with him all the time. It's like, oh, okay. You was with him all the time, yeah. And you thought it was bad the whole time. Yeah, it was horrible. It was bad. But you stayed. Yeah, I stayed. But you cashed the check. Yeah, I cashed the check. But you watch these people that you say got drugged get drugged. Yeah, I watched them. You watched them drink out of the bottle, knowing there was stuff in the bottle. Yeah, and then you knew that night something was gonna happen to them because this guy's an evil guy. Yeah. I knew all that. And now I'm glad they bringing in justice. No, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Mm-mm. I can understand that something's wrong with him, right? But I got to say something's wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you because now I can't trust if these stories are actually fully true. I can't trust it now because all of these people who went to all of these parties, all these people that went to all these parties. Yeah, I was partying, I was dancing, I was drinking. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, what he had you butt naked, in a in a sex swing. He just knocking the bottom out of you, and you're a grown man. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And I'm not gonna say there's been rumors for years. The issue I have with rumors is who they coming from. They could be credible people, but a lot of rumors come from uncredible people. People who just are not credible. Like you got to remember, they talked about him with dudes when Superhead had a book. She was talking about him sleeping with was it Big Tigger? You know what I'm saying? And then people thought he was sleeping with Farnsworth Bentley. And then people was like he turned out Usher. I remember all that stuff. you know, but I remember 50 always calling him, he's a fruit pop. It's funny, but at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, what are people really on? And then all of a sudden, he killed his baby mama after the fact now. And it's like, even though people were dying of COVID around that time, it's like, okay, dog, exactly. They got to find something. We got to get something out you. I got to get you in jail for some odd reason. Yeah, what happened? It seemed like the man said, hey, man, I want my Ciroc money. Well, since you want this Ciroc money, Cassie, come on down. All these other people that used to work for you, come on down. Say what he did. It's like, and I see even a thing like Mace coming out like, hey, Mace having like Diddy for years, so yeah, that's he's consistent. But I gotta admit, if I'm not mistaken, Mace was the person they was gossiping about sleeping with people in the cars in Atlanta when he decided to start rapping and be a pastor. So it's like, you got that same type of rumor. I'm just trying to say, that becomes the issue. Right. That becomes the issue. But hey, but we skip over stuff like this because people go, "Oh man, it's just rumors, it's gossip." I remember it being said, but it's just, man, I ain't gonna take all that stuff seriously. But everybody, this ain't necessarily about the person. This is just about this consistent thing where a news story comes out and people on social media just go, "Oh yeah, they got it, they did it, they absolutely did it." How do you know? How you know? Were you at one of them parties? Nope. It's like, all of a sudden, well, you remember Epstein threw parties? Yep, he did. All these people at his parties? Yep. Now, all the evidence said it was an issue, right? Then he got, that's what I tried to say. That's what I'm trying to say, Jerome. So, but it's social media. Social media makes you guilty. Social media made Bill Cosby guilty. Truth be told, social media made R. Kelly guilty. I think the first time, with the tape and the little girl, I didn't watch the tape, but okay, okay, he could have got locked up for sure, for sure. He should have, for sure. But all the second, third stuff, no, because it's the same case over again without the girl, and all these people are grown, and it's like, But hey, man, we got to get you, man. We got to get you. And people in social media, I remember him, what I'm saying? His mind was telling him no, but his body said yes, he had to do it. I'm thinking to myself, look, man, y'all out here tripping. And the reason why I say people out here tripping is because at the end of the day, if you're going to be honest, when these rumors were back in the day and nobody came out, out of fear, and this guy was too powerful. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that, especially with rappers, especially people who are around hip hop. You know why? Because people who are around hip hop and rappers, they diss people. That's what they do. If they got an issue with you, they put you out there on blast. They diss you, whether on record, interviews, whatever. So all this stuff people talking about, whatever. But my thing is it's just a lot of this big gossip is social media. It's social media, man. Because I look at it this way. Social media can find you guilty and the court don't have nothing. Nothing. And social media, like these smear campaigns, all you do is really try to influence a jury before you get a jury. And I'm not saying, even Cat Williams, when Puffy want a party, you got to tell him no. I'm not saying he don't throw wild parties. But what I am saying is, I remember when Cat Williams said that Michael Jackson was playing with little boys. Michael did it. He did it. He did it. And then Michael Jackson died, and he's like, Michael didn't do that. So it's a good story when you say the salacious stuff, but then when you go back and go, I might have been wrong about that. He did some wild stuff though, but I might have been wrong about that. It's like, okay. So, but what do people do? He did it because I heard it. And this is the issue about gossip. Because people could be covering for people. I could, I'm grown enough to know that people could do outlandish stuff. But when I saw something today, and I don't know if it's true or not, they're like, oh, they arrested a drug mule for Diddy. I'm like, oh, what? A drug mule? Diddy's not a drug dealer. Drug mules are actually for drug dealer. It was a white dude who was a drug dealer that brought drugs. I can see that, but now he's a drug mule. Come on, dog. Who he a drug mule for? Whoever he working for, not the person he's selling drugs to. But hey, let's just add something on it to sound salacious, right? And people go, yeah, I think he bought drugs, bro. So you think somebody in the music industry bought drugs? Congratulations. That's a shocker. Your favorite drug artists are drug addicts. That's not a shocker. That's not a shocker. They was smoking weed. They was popping pills. They was doing coke. They was doing all kind of stuff. Yeah. But now, now all of a sudden it's, he doing this and he doing that. And he looked nervous. I saw him at a party and he looked over his shoulder. He knew the feds was there. Like, just shut up. Just shut up. Stop making up stuff that don't exist. Because nobody's going to make retraction videos. Nobody's going to make retraction videos. Like when they go, they really didn't find nothing. No, they really didn't find nothing. I mean, all them videos, I did it for views. I knew it was a hot topic. So I jumped on the bandwagon and I did it for the views. I'm doing it for the gram. He got to be guilty because I need to get my YouTube check. I need to get my Instagram popping. I need some TikTok views. And then people just go along with it. I'm like, bro, you shouldn't kick people while they're down. And you should wait until people are actually guilty of something to kick them if they down. You know what I'm saying? But all these just random people, like, come on, dog. It's like, yeah. One of my cousins went to visit him and try to get a record deal. And he wound up having to give Diddy head, because he was drugged up. Let's talk about it. Talk about what? You got a cousin that happened to? No, not really. But it sounds good to say it online. If I said it on YouTube, yeah. Like, okay, bro. Okay. All right. Has Diddy done some shady stuff? Yeah, absolutely. He's done some shady stuff. I can't. I'm not a fool. You get what I'm saying? All these complaints, I get it. But the problem is with this partying and sex thing, I'm like, so now people are going to jail for partying and sex. And, y'all fools out here believing Cassie, he bought prostitutes. He bought prostitutes, Cassie. And if you talk, and if that woman talked to the feds, I can guarantee you whatever money she got in that settlement, she gonna have to give it back. I can guarantee that, because to get that settlement, she had to sign probably an NDA, and then turn around and go, well, feds, this is what I know. I know these prostitutes, and I know this guy that gave him drugs. I know that. I know you need some names, right? And here's the issue. Even if she could cooperate, even if she could, and she say she know drug dealers and prostitutes whenever they was together 5-10 years ago, how many prostitutes y'all think gonna come out and say, yeah, I'm a prostitute. I was paid to sleep with her and him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was me, a couple of friends of mine, a couple of other people in the business that I'm willing to name, and they willing to say that they was in the streets too. A couple of them retired from the business, and a couple of them still in the business. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they need immunity or something, right? Drug dealers. Hey, drug dealer, how you doing? We just want you to be on the stand and say what kind of drugs you brought to this man's house, to these parties, and tell me who paid for the drugs. Tell me who paid for the drugs, and then tell me what kind of drugs they were. You have uppers, you have downers, you have X, you have that weed, you have some shrooms. What do you have? What do you have on you right now, sir? Oh man, let me tell you, this is all I brought. I brought all that. I brought the whole thing. And it's like, come on, bro. Is that who you willing to? Is that who you willing to build a case with? Because people gonna start questioning. Does this fool got any like charges? Do they got any charges on him right now? Are they trying to get out anything? Did they make a deal? Because 9 times out of 10, people will say anything, not just for fame, but for infamy. My dog wants some attention. For fame or for infamy, and they'll lie. For me, if anybody ever watched The Wire, I remember when Omar took the stand with the jacket and the tie on. Omar, don't you rob drug dealer? Well, Omar do. It would Omar do. And it's like, it's the same thing. But people need like common sense to tell you, this is why criminals have an issue with snitches. Because I'm not saying you're not into anything negative. But what I'm saying is, if both of y'all in it together and you telling, I need to watch you more than the person you telling them. Because you might still be doing stuff. So this becomes an issue to me because social media makes it an issue. And to see it over and over and over and over and over again, I start thinking like a conspiracy theorist because I'll be like, okay, let me guess. He went at Ciroc, they owe him money, and his label is probably over 30 years old, close to it, close to 30 years. And I got a sneaking suspicion somebody want their catalog. And if he ain't gonna sell it because he's a CEO, hey man, just jam him up, get him locked up. See if you can get him locked up. Man, try to drain his funds, try to drain his resources. And then if you can do that, maybe he'll sell you his catalog. Oh, because that bad boy catalog can make money now. Because I remember, who is that? I remember in the last like few years, there've been a bunch of artists selling their catalog. Because they just got the rights back to it. So I'm like, what is this about? Really? What is this about? Because for me, that's the same thing with R. Kelly. To me, it's like it's the same thing. Same thing. So for me, I look at it like this. At this point, R. Kelly in jail. Diddy is, how do they say, up on deck, as they say in baseball, right? He's at bat, and I would say somebody like Jay-Z is on deck. Like when I think of the biggest artists that are black, hip hop artists, that becomes an issue. Yeah, well, the younger artists can sell it because a lot of them own more. They own more. But the way I see it, like, the biggest artists I could think of wind up in these fake Me Too scandals. Nelly wound up in one. Dre wound up in that with his wife. Of course, you got Diddy in it. They tried Jay-Z a few times. What the heck my dog talking about? I know I'm missing a few rappers. I know I'm missing a few. But he did it. They tried it with Rick Ross. I forget that. Yeah, Tory Lanez, Tiger. Even though I don't understand the Tiger thing, but whatever. Of course they stay on Chris Brown neck. So it's like over and over and over again. It's the same thing. Groupies, people partying, drugs, sex. So they make somebody guilty. So it's like, okay. And then, so for me, it's like the only person that's really unscathed, and I hate to say this, really, is 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem. Everybody else is like, something gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna say it this way. The reason why I'm not gonna turn on a man until he found guilty. Y'all don't hear me talking about Mystical. He got locked up twice. Obviously, he did something. Obviously. You get locked up once, but you got locked up twice. But nobody brings that up. He in jail right now, if I ain't mistaken. But if you would, hey, let's just skip over that. So it's like, here we go. But let's get Diddy on something. I'm like, hey, and here's the interesting thing. Let's raid the house, raid a multiple house. Ti got himself in some stuff, but he kept doing that, boy. He kept it. Yep. So it's like, come on, man. So everybody catches. Yeah, I forgot. You right about Ti because the other girl came out the same kind of charge. It's the same thing over and over again. Having sex with groupies over and over again. So ultimately, it's like obviously groupies ain't worth it. Obviously, they tried to do that. R&B. They did it with Usher too, and it's the same. So and everybody and I'm gonna be honest, like the vast majority of the people I name, I don't even remember people saying they lying on them. For the vast majority, social media just jumped on the back. He had to do something. He did something. He had to do something. I know he did this. I know he had to do it. And it's like, oh, here we go, man. Everybody. There's a lot of black men who get the gay rumor. Eddie Murphy they got the gay rumor on Eddie Murphy running around. They had Johnny Gill as his boyfriend for years, right? It's like, you know, and that's the interesting thing. He said, "What is this high class?" That's the question. Is it escorts? How? I'm sorry, but last time I checked, you ain't gonna hear a prostitute talk to nobody. Like, for, what's funny? You know, the, the prostitutes that have been the most famous have normally been strippers. How often do you hear strippers say, "Hey man, this dude flew me out. This dude paid me to do this. This dude paid me to do that." You really don't. And but when it comes to all these um, Instagram type chicks, they getting flew out all because they get flew out all the time. And why I'm saying what I'm saying is because basically getting flown out is sex trafficking now. If I see you and I think you cute and I fly you out and maybe I take you shopping or take you out to eat and we wind up having sex, at some point you could turn around and say that's sex trafficking. He flew me from that state to that state. You know, we went to the club over here and I gave him some head in the car and reluctantly, you know, and it's like, oh, okay. And the irony of it is all these parties, and this is why I'm saying this. For for all these events that go on in a year, they go on in a year that are not like parties. For all your all-star games, Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, like right now the Final Four is going on. You get what I'm saying? Um, all these big events, big boxing events, um, big concerts, South by Southwest, Lollapalooza, and all that kind of stuff. Coachella, all that kind of stuff, right? What do you think is going on? People are going there because they're going to see you got rich people there, partying and kicking it, and you trying to sleep with somebody rich. And on the back end, it's like, you know what he did to me? Yeah, what you wanted him to do to you. What you said online, you was trying to get done to you before you got there. And now all of a sudden, I had 2 sips of alcohol, and I don't normally do this. And now I'm gonna say I never do this, and I didn't erase my page. Nobody's gonna ever see what I said. It's like we playing, y'all playing too much now. And everybody on social media plays the same thing. He's, man bad, girl good. And it's like, okay, dog. Okay, this is getting out of pocket. This is getting out of pocket. So now what? Because what you really having it is a bunch of I'm gonna say this: you might actually have victims in these scenarios, but what you really have is the vast majority of people are scorn lovers or bitter because they didn't really get as much out of the deal as they wanted to, and then you have victims. So it's like, you know, I don't believe you. And the people that you bring gonna need more people because all of y'all are shady. Yeah, I don't believe you need more people. I feel you on that. So it's like, okay, so what's the important part now? Because I guarantee you, on the back end of this, if they find nothing, he's still guilty. Just like with Michael Jackson, they found nothing and they tried that twice with him. But the rest of his life, people tried to act like he was a child predator. And then after he died, the kids who became grown adults wound up saying, "Hey man, we lied on him." But nobody cares about that either because social media, you got to say, "Oh, he was this and he was that." And it's like, okay, facts don't matter. Accusations matter. So it's like, okay, that's nice. But what happens if you get accused? Then you're going to go, "Wait, man, I ain't do that." It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter because all that's going to happen is a bunch of people going to get on social media and say you did it. You did. He did it. I remember. When he was in the 5th grade, he stole a pizza puff from Portillo's. You know what I'm saying? He's a bad person. When he was in the 7th grade, I think he stole a kid's bike to get some ice cream. And so I know he shot a church up. I know he did it. It's like, okay, this what we doing? Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, I saw the little clip of the young guy getting in the car. He doing too much. He doing this and he doing that. And it's like, I don't trust you, buddy. I don't trust you because if you up at 3 a.m. watching a busload of kids come to a house at 3 a.m, you never said nothing. That's kind of odd, buddy. If my basketball go over there, I'd never go. Normally, if you live in a community and you have something that goes over the neighbor fence, you don't go in the neighbor's yard to get it. That ain't nothing. That ain't that ain't nothing new. So I was like, I think, like I said, I think y'all reach. I think y'all reaching for views. And like I said, is he an innocent human being? Probably not. But all this stuff, come on now. And that's the thing, Homeland Security. If it's a real issue, you're gonna have the FBI there. If it's an issue, you're gonna have the FBI there. Federal Bureau of Investigations. Who you gonna have? You gonna have the police there. Whatever PD. Who else you gonna have? If it's a drug dealer there, you gonna have the DEA. Drug Enforcement. That's who you gonna have. But you got Homeland Security. You got the TSA running into somebody's house. Okay. All right, man. And then you're gonna turn around like if you don't find nothing, people gonna go, "Well, it was just only Homeland Security." It's only Homeland Security. If they had the federales there, they would have found something. It's like, oh my God. If you're gonna get some investigators, get some investigators. But there's nothing to investigate. That's the issue. To me, that's the issue. But they found porno. Oh, that'd be funny though. You found porno at an adult's house who has young kids, who has young grown men, 20-year-old sons in the house. Porno? No. Well, maybe where was it at? In the son's room, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay. The son was watching some porn. He was watching midget porn and anime porn. They them little freaky bastards. So let me ask you something. What's on your history on your phone, huh? What? Oh, no. You not investigate me. Mind your business. Oh, okay. I was just asking. I just wanted to know, like, because porn is free everywhere basically now. So, Everybody got it, so everybody's guilty. But back to the lecture at hand. Like I said, I'm not like I don't believe in kicking people while they down. I really don't. But I don't believe in believing questionable people. You know what I'm saying? If you're a liar and your acquaintances liars, I'm not gonna believe your acquaintances are telling the truth on you now. Nah, I've been lying this whole time, but this time I'm gonna tell everything on this fool. Really? Really? You gonna tell everything? Are you gonna tell the people how you lying right now? I'm not lying. I'm finally coming clean. I'm telling my truth. But you a liar though. You a liar though. Unknown lie. I'm lying because I've just been trying to cover up for them. I get it. If you've been lying for years to cover up for somebody that you feel like is messed up, I gotta ask you the question. Do they have to cover up for you too? Because if you covering up for them, they involve you in whatever they're doing, right? So now they got to cover up for you too, right? Well, I wasn't participating; I was just orchestrating. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Isn't that participating? Because now you got grown men playing the Me Too game. Like I wasn't gonna stop. I didn't know how to stop it because he was making too much money. He was paying me. Yeah. Okay, bro. All right, bro. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I just don't. Well, like I said, like when it comes to this stuff, in my opinion, rumors matter. Rumors matter. And now we're at a point where you could feel like it's a rumor, and you skip the premise of what gossip is. You skip the premise of what a rumor is. It's probably a lie. I know people think when people gossip, it's got to be true, but no, it don't. You see, when you gossip on somebody, you spread a rumor on somebody, it's normally something that ain't true. And what I mean by ain't true, it may have some truth in it, but the whole story ain't true. It's a half truth. It's a quarter truth. You know what I'm saying? It's a third truth. But the story got to be salacious. It's like, yeah, they did that. It's like, yeah, I believe it. You do? You do believe it? Oh, okay, I don't. Why don't you believe it? Look, I've seen people who are rich partying, and I've seen people who are wild, when they're rich and they had their wild moments. And what's interesting to me is a lot of times everybody knows what they're getting into. Like here's the thing. Like people people say to this day, Hollywood, they have them parties, them ritual parties, them Illuminati parties. But you know what's interesting? Everybody says this, right? All these celebrities say this. And they get invited to these parties, and all of these celebrities still go. Well, they invited me to the party. You talking about the party with all the rituals and the drugs and the people just, screwing everything moving, and they invited you, and you knew it was going to be some terrible stuff going on, but it's like, hey, well, I got to go. I had to go. I just had to go to the party. If I don't go to the party, I never work again. But you know what I did? I left before it really got out of hand. Let me ask you something. I just hypothetically speaking, because this is how they say it. They say stuff like it's like drug infested Illuminati orgies, right? So my question is this: if you knew going it's a drug infested Illuminati orgy, exactly what is the right time to leave? Because I'm pretty sure once you get there, it's gonna be a drug infested, Illuminati orgy. It's not like it's not like people go, oh. Everybody knows what's going on, but all the real bad stuff is in the 2 rooms over there. But it's a regular party in the front. The dastardly stuff is in that dark room over there. It's like, stop it. Stop it. Because if you ever been out with some wild folks, the wild stuff is going on right in front of you. That's what's going on. It's going on right in front of you. And you don't have to even be out with wild folks. If y'all had ever spent time in a nightclub scene, you know, and you've seen people getting smashed on the dance floor or in a corner, or you go to the bathroom and you hear cheeks being clapped, and it's like, oh shit, okay, is that all right? You've seen people, getting it in the car, and it's like, oh, okay. And guess what? Even in the nightclub scene, you knew it was possible. So not all these little, fly little parties where all of these celebrities always frequent. Everybody's innocent now, or everybody's guilty now. Y'all got to make up your mind. And all of these people who were never invited can tell you all this information. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about these Hollywood parties. Motherfucker, you live in, first of all, you live in Indiana. How you know about these Hollywood parties? Well, I heard from somebody that heard something from somebody who heard something from somebody who actually went. Do you know any of these people that heard the actual person that went? Nah, I don't know nobody except for the person that told me that they heard it. Oh, okay, so you don't know who they heard it from and the person that they heard it from before that. Nah, or the person that went. Nah, I don't know none of that. But it's got to be true. Okay, all right, bro. I'm really not hearing this stupidity right now. It's like, okay, what we doing? Everything's got to be, this the Illuminati. And here's the other thing. And, I got to do it. Because it's rap, they successful. It had to be the Illuminati. Jay-Z is with the Illuminati. Diddy's with the Illuminati. T.I. was with the Illuminati. Snoop was in the Illuminati. Dr. Dre was in the Illuminati. DMX fought against the Illuminati. That's why he was barking, and everybody successful was in the Illuminati. Half of the Wu-Tang that was successful was in the Illuminati. But the people who didn't go platinum, they weren't in the Illuminati. Method Man, Illuminati. You God, not Illuminati. Ghostface Killer, Illuminati. The Jizza, not Illuminati. Like it's weirdo stuff, It becomes the rumors are entertainment to the point where people are just saying this stuff because they know people want to hear, somebody's falling off. That's what it is. They fell off. They finally fell off. They finally going down. Okay. They finally, I've been waiting on him. I've been praying for his downfall, and now some mysterious trick dude and woman who he had a threesome with a man and a woman, they coming to terms to the world and say he smashed me. Like, it's like, oh, okay. All right. I hear you. An ex-rapper got bent over by Diddy, and the backup singer got bent over too, and and you should know he guilty because we heard that he got take that painted above his headboard in his bedroom. So you know what that means. You wake up and see take that. It's like, okay, all right, bro. Now the only thing I feel sorry for that guy for Diddy is this, and this might be silly that I say this, because this is something I actually believe. If your house get raided by any form of law enforcement and you rich, they're gonna steal some of your stuff. You better believe it. Rolexes missing, jewelry missing. If you got money that's not in the safe, missing. They might steal the safe and half of the stuff in it missing. Oh yeah. You might have You might have guns registered to you missing. You know what I'm saying? You know, they go, sir, we got to confiscate this Rolls Royce as part of the investigation. Missing, you know, TV missing. Computer. The computer has a camera on it. We need that computer. Missing. All kinds of shit gonna be in people's houses. Pinky ring missing. Earrings missing. You gonna have cops going out 3 months from now after all this is over with. Like, damn, bro, where you get that? That's a nice pinky ring, officer. How could you afford that on your salary? Oh man, it's overtime. Yeah, you was doing overtime stealing out that man's house. You know, and then he goes, well, I gotta put in an insurance claim. I don't think we have to deny your claim because of criminal activity. I wasn't found guilty of a crime. I don't know if we can cover you. This is a $5 million claim you got here. I got this kind of stuff got stolen. How about we give you $250,000? Yeah. So but hey, that goes under the that's normal stuff that people do. Police do when they raid a house. That ain't nothing. But he got to be guilty of smashing them people. But if the police steal from you, that's what happened. If you accused of something, yeah, okay, all right, go pick your car up from the impound. Windows broke, everything in it stolen. Like, first of all, the windows weren't broke when you towed it from here. So how is all the windows broke? How did you rummage through this thing like this and steal everything in here? Oh, we don't know what happened in the yard. I thought they got it like that. Oh, so if the cops don't steal it, I can guarantee you the people at the impound yard are gonna steal something. I can guarantee you that. Because if y'all ever got y'all car towed and it's been there for over a day or two, some of y'all didn't have the experience like these motherfuckers broke in my goddamn car. But hey, man, it's social media, man. You're guilty until you found innocent, and then you're still guilty. That's how we doing that because of the rumor. And then and the interesting thing is, when this is over with, it's gonna be another black dude. It's gonna be another one. I guarantee you, there's gonna be another one who got accused of something. And the only real thing that's saving a lot of these cats nowadays, it is actually, it's not social media in the sense of the rumors, but it's everybody having all of this social media on them and not really having any information. Like, think about it. They have all these parties and people sign NDAs and they confiscate people's phones. So they do that, right? But at the same time, you don't hear these people you don't hear these people dissing these people afterwards either. You get what I'm saying? I can't say it wholeheartedly, but what I'm saying is, you don't hear people saying, I went to somebody's house and they just and they did this and they did that. Where are all the other people that was hanging out? Because it's always like a person, a circle of people that's close to you that do all this stuff. But all the other people that came to the party don't say nothing. All the other people that was there ain't saying nothing. But the people that was working for you, that was your friends, that was your family, that was your significant other, all of them telling. But everybody else is just like, Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if this happened or not. I don't. I remember when Jamie Foxx got sick, they tried to blame that on Diddy. So if Jamie Foxx gonna come out like, yeah, that's what you get, that's what you get, I doubt it. I doubt it. Could it happen? It's possible, but I doubt it because they used to hang out together from their own admission. But hey, I'm gonna just leave it at that because to me, all of this guilt by social media is just out of hand. And I don't believe it. And that's my issue. Like, I don't believe it when you got to go to social media to say this stuff. So that's just my 2 cents. I've been on here long enough. I'm about to end this thing. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
It looks like a job for Superman.
Spoken from the lips of the young or the old, fear of me.
Yeah. Gotta put it all in.
And they are Superman.
All the way. I guess I'm taking off the cake through the glasses in the trash. Being super is great, saving y'all is such a drag. Even God took a break, me I ain't coming back. I got one life to live, if you don't like it, that's your ass. Cause nobody saved me, plus when I'm drunk, I'm just a peon. I could use somebody just like I'm the Kings of Leon. This world is cold as ice, mixed with salt, mixed with Freon. They got me pissed off, but that's better than being peed on. For eons, human beings took kindness for weakness. When you constipated, you start to appreciate shit. Put before you life and death, and you just gotta choose. The kryptonite life means you should follow the rules. If your credit's messed up or your bills ain't paid, then it's getting disconnected. Can't nobody say the day. And I can fly, leave a building in a single bound, but I can't stand fair weather friends, and I just fly around. My super friends in Justice League, only folk I kick it with. Kill Lex Luthor, so what, we had to finish it. Kids play games and adults play for keeps. And me, I play to win, but I ain't playing in these streets. And life is not a joke, then again it ain't this serious. Superman can say the day, but God can say the Superman. Saga of the kryptonite, life just ended. You enjoy listening? Man, I'll finish it. Lois, come holler at me. I got an ice couch. Thank you for coming out, listening. I knew you would like it because we made it. I'm so frigid and so fly.